Welcome everyone to Stir Crazy's quarantine cooking. I hope you enjoyed the lesson so far, and remember to sanitize. And we hope to see you back again for each of our sessions at 5 o'clock. And yeah, thanks for watching the last couple of episodes, and thanks very much for your comments. There's quite a few things that some of your people have requested. If there are any specific recipes that you guys want, remember Stir Crazy does just about anything. We teach dim sum, we teach Italian courses, we teach Asian. So if there's any specific recipes you guys would like us to show you or demonstrate, then please send us a mail. And thanks very much for all the positive comments. It's really nice to know that you guys are loving it, and it makes us all very excited. So thanks a lot. And cheers to you all sitting in at home, hopefully drinking wine. So tonight's wine, in fact we're going to start off, the recipe we have tonight is Rooibos smoked chicken. So it's almost, you can almost do like a sort of a braai type chicken, and that goes really well with that. We've got a middle flavour rosé. This one is called a rooster, so it's yeah, that's pretty much all I know about it. But it tastes really nice, and I think it'll go really well with some nice smoky chicken. So also what we are doing next week is we're going to do some kids lessons. So we're going to incorporate some of those recipes that are geared towards kids, but most of these recipes kids can do anyway. So if you've got teens sitting at home who are lazy or bored, get them in front of the Facebook and get them to watch our shows, because yeah, they can learn something. Tonight's lesson is not so much about cooking chicken. Anyone can cook chicken. It's very simple to cook chicken. But we're going to show you different techniques of smoking, or different ways of smoking chicken once your chicken is cooked. So I'm going to start off by showing you how to prepare chicken. Then we're going to stick it in the oven, and then we're going to make a tomato mango salsa. And then afterwards I'm going to make a really nice cabbage salad. And all of that goes together in a single dish tonight. Okay, so let's get cracking. We're going to work with some chicken thighs and drums here today. And I'm just going to take these, and you can season them with pretty much everything, or anything I should say. I like working with these guys. So we've got a sweet and sticky chicken. This is a shaker from Cape Herbs and Spice. We've got sweet and smoky barbecue grinder here, and you can use just about anything. There are these things that Cape Herb and Spice also do, which is an Asian or a smoky barbecue. But I'm going to work with these two today and combine those two with a little bit of red pepper, which is this guy here. This actually works really well in gin, I must just tell you. So yeah, we're going to fiddle around with that a little bit. So I'm just going to sprinkle some in here, and we're going to grind that up, that I can stick it onto my chicken. Nice and easy. And if you don't have a grinder, you can actually just do this with the back of a knife or a flat knife on your cutting board. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take the chicken, I'm going to pull the skins off a little bit. You can come in a bit closer here. And you pull the skin off just so we can get some nice seasoning, and that seasoning stays on the chicken. You pretty much cover it and put the skin back on again. So we're just going to take a little bit of olive oil, sprinkle it with a dash of olive oil, rub it around nicely, and then I'm going to season it with a little bit of shaker first on both sides, and then I'm going to use this really nice smoky barbecue grinder. A little bit of that. I'm going to put a little bit of this red pepper on as well. So it's going to give it a really nice sort of smoky, peppery taste. Okay, cover that up. Let's do this side as well. Get as much of the stuff on as now. This red pepper is a lot milder than your black pepper, so you can actually spread this around quite liberally. Okay, so don't be afraid of it. Okay, then we're going to take this and stick it into just a standard baking dish. And I'm going to put it in the oven for about half an hour, 40 minutes at 150. so it cooks it nice and slowly. And then right at the end, we're going to rev it up a little bit and turn it up to about 180, just to brown it really nicely. Okay, so let's pop this in the oven. Okay, so that's the chicken done. I'm going to get on to the tomato and mango salsa now. Right, so there's a couple of different things about tomatoes. Firstly, you can buy these tomatoes in any of your stores, Pick and Pay, Spar, or whatever. These are beef tomatoes. They don't have much flavor, and in South Africa the tomatoes really don't bring across much flavor at all. So I try using these little ones. These are Pomodoro tomatoes. And yeah, you're going to use a little bit more of these. They are slightly more expensive, but at least your flavor is coming through nicely. I've chopped those ones up already. So the next thing I'm going to do is chop up some mango, or slice some mango, and then I've grated some, squeezed some lime juice here. So we're literally going to work with a little bit of mango, lime juice, and the whole mango. And the nice thing about mango as well is you can decide to make this either as sort of a tangy dish, or you can have it as a sweetish dish. Obviously the riper your mango is, the less tangy it's going to be, and obviously the more sweet it's going to be. Okay, so I'm just going to take that out, slice that through, see if I can take a little bit more off there. There you go. Okay, and we're just going to dice this, so we're literally going to take my normal big knife, and we're just going to dice this nicely. That's going to make a really nice colourful combination as well. Just flatten this a bit. Now when commenting it, is there any comments coming through about different courses you guys want to do? There you go. So that's pretty much it. And by adding this lime juice, I'm also going to make it slightly tart. So that tartness will come through anyway in this dish. So that's literally just a little bit of lime juice in there. I'm going to mix it up nicely. And look at that color. That color is really nice. It's working quite well. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on this as well. Just a splash. Okay, there we go. And some salt. Salt brings out. Okay. Right, so we're going to set that aside. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cabbage salad. So cabbage salad, I've got a whole bunch of ingredients here, if you can just focus on this. So I've got a red cabbage, I've got green cabbage, we've got some honey, I've got red onion, there's a bit of ginger, flat leaf Italian parsley, and try and always use a flat leaf Italian parsley. That other parsley is very strong. This one I'm going to, I've got some carrot, a little bit of ginger, and a little bit more lime juice, some orange juice, and then we're going to add some of this beautiful wine. It's a Jordan Black Magic wine into the mix, and we're going to mix that up with a little bit of garlic and herb, Cape herb and spice. Another option you can do is also use this Mediterranean roast, which is actually really delicious. So either one of those you can use. And then if you want, you can add a bit of soy sauce. So let's start off with that. And then we'll start slicing this into a bowl. So I'm just going to take off, cut it quite nice and thin. And we're going to chop this up pretty fine, so you can see how nice and thinly I'm slicing this. I'm going to do the same with the red cabbage. And that red cabbage and the green cabbage makes this really nice mix. Okay, so once that's done, I'm going to just chop this up a little bit. That goes in. dash of red cabbage. Same principle, slice it really nice and thin.
Michelle, for your niece, she's saying she's watching eagerly and she says thank you. Will you give us a download of the recipe?
The recipe can be found on the website, guys. So if you go onto Stir Crazy website, which is stircrazycooking.co.za, you'll find all the recipes there that we've been doing for the week. So all our bread recipes, all our the recipes that you're having or seeing tonight will all be on there. In fact, it is on there already. We also do an introduction each day. So at 1 o'clock, if you want to cook with us, we tell you what ingredients we're using, and you can welcome to get your ingredients together. If you don't have any of the ingredients that we're using, then give us a shout out and we will get some substitute stuff or tell you what else you can use. Right, so that's the cabbage. I'm going to just put that aside quickly and grate some carrot. And the carrot can be grated quite nice and thickly. Okay. So you see I'm using a big slicer for grating. Just watch your fingers at the end. Okay. Alright, so we're going to just bomb that in as well. And that's going to give it some nice color and a nice little bit of crunch. Right, so those are all the cabbage ingredients. All the other ingredients here are for the sauce. In fact, I forgot the red onion. So we're just going to do a little bit of red onion. We're going to slice it up really nice and thin as well. And just chop that up a little bit fine, and that can go straight in as well. That looks delicious. So if you take a look at here, you can see all these nice colors coming through. Really nice, and look at that, all those colors are fantastic. Okay, nice healthy stuff. Okay guys, so let me tell you quickly about smoking. So our chicken is ready. There we go. You can see it looks a little bit different to the one we cooked. We put in the oven because I cooked it earlier. So this has been cooking now for probably about 40 minutes. And I've put it on a rack so that the oils run out of that rack, because you don't want the oils mixing up with the smoky, the Rooibos tea that we're going to use. Another thing is you don't need to just smoke it with Rooibos tea. You can use things like cherry wood chips. You can also use French oak barrel if you want to do that. But Rooibos gives it a really nice flavor, I find. And then we've got two options. So my favorite option is using a wok. Okay, so I've got a wok, and inside, you take a look here, it comes straight in. So what we do is we've got one of these things that we put in the middle, and then we load it with a bowl like that. You can put any kind of bowl in, and then we obviously our lid. You can also use a pot. So let me just show you how to do it on a pot. Standard pot, like that. You can take exactly the same thing. This thing goes in there, and then the bowl goes in there. Obviously this bowl's a little bit too big, but you can use a slightly smaller bowl for this and it would work just as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire this up. And also for your smoking, you can use, I've got loose Rooibos here, okay, but you can actually take your Rooibos tea bags. There was someone who actually tried to smoke it with the tea bag, but please take it out of the tea bag and pour it around like that, otherwise it's not going to taste that lekker. Alright, so if you take a look here, I've put quite a bit of Rooibos in there, okay, and I'm going to fire this up, stick it on high, and that is going to start smoking very soon. And then I'm just going to put my chicken pieces in. So literally put the chicken pieces all around the side. You can also do this on a Weber, guys, and it's very simple to do it on a Weber. If you are going to do it on a Weber, then you wouldn't put your tea leaves straight onto the coals. Okay? What you do is you put them onto a piece of tin foil like that, and then actually sprinkle these on top of that and put this straight onto the coal. Okay, once you've got that on the coal, then obviously it'll start smoking nicely. Alright, so you can see the smoke is starting to happen already. Okay, so I'm going to put this on, and the longer you smoke it, obviously the stronger the taste is going to be. So we're going to, we're probably going to leave it in there for about, I'd say 3 or 4 minutes. Anything longer becomes quite overpowering. And you can also smoke all sorts of things, like we've done smoked sweet potato mash. You can do smoked butter the same way, and that works really nicely. You can see to move around a little bit. Guys, try and get a tight fitting lid. This one also works quite nicely. That you can buy as part of a gas component, which can go on there. Maybe I should actually use this one. Let me just see. Otherwise, your house starts smelling like a Rastafarians have been living there for 3 weeks. Okay, so that would work. Alright, so I'm going to let that smoke, and we're going to get back onto the salad. Okay, so all I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to get a little mixing bowl. So we're going to put our honey in here. Okay, so take a bit of honey. There's about 2 tablespoons of honey, about a tablespoon of lime juice. I've got some ginger here. There's not a lot of ginger. I can actually put a bit more in. So we're just going to grate a little bit more ginger. I quite like my ginger. Stick that in there. And then I'm going to, oops, a little bit of carrot in there. Then we're just going to take a little bit of this and mix that into that as well. I've got some freshly squeezed orange juice, so we're going to put about 50 mils of that in there. And then about 50 to 100 mils, depending on the size of your salad, of red wine. Okay, and that is your mix. I'm just going to add a little bit of this garlic and herb, Cape herb and spice one. Mix that up nicely. And that's your salad dressing. It looks a bit strange being red, but it tastes delicious. Okay. And this sesame is toasted sesame, which I toasted a little bit before. So I'm going to take some of this and just chiffonade this. Okay, don't need too much. Right, and that I can actually just sprinkle over the top. Okay. So that, I'm going to pour this over now. Leave a little bit there. Okay, and then just literally mix that up really nicely. It smells good. You can smell this fresh parsley coming through there. A nice little bit of red wine. Actually looks fantastic. And then we're just going to take a little bit of this. I'm going to keep some of this left over for putting on afterwards. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much done there. Okay, so now I'm going to take our smoker outside. As I said to you, you don't want to smoke your house out. So let's just take this out quickly. You're going to come with me. Okay, just let that lift. If you take a look at this, you'll see that it's quite a bit brown. Okay, but that's working really nicely. Okay, so that's done. And then we're ready to plate, I think. Okay, so we'll start off with a little bit of, here's my, yeah. Take a little bit of salad. And these colors look so fantastic on the plate. Just remembered I haven't had much wine. I hope you guys are drinking wine.
Give a shout out to them.
Okay. And this salad will keep in your fridge for a while. Obviously, just watch the red cabbage salad, or the red cabbage part of it, because that might go a little bit funny. Where's my John? Okay, so you're just going to take 2 pieces of chicken here, put them nicely over that. So you can smell this Rooibos smokiness. It smells delicious. Okay, and then we're going to take a little bit of the salsa, stick some of the salsa on the side.
Everyone says looks delicious, thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, and then lastly, as I said, we can just sprinkle a little bit of this over the end just to finish it off. There we go. That's it. So that's your dinner for tonight, guys. Good luck.
Quick and easy.
Try it at home. Quick and easy. That was literally 20 minutes and I made 3 different things. So yeah, not too difficult to go ahead. Remember to have some wine with it. Remember to go onto our website. You can download the recipes on our website. We've got a whole lot of other recipes, and also please send us some suggestions or comments on Facebook of what recipes you'd like, and also particularly for kids recipes if there's anything specific. I think we are doing something like a bright pizza next week, and we're making chocolate muffins. So yeah, give us some more suggestions. Thanks guys, have a lovely evening.